Are you a student athlete looking to take your career to the next level? Look no further than Conquer Sports Pros. That's right, Conquer Sports Pros. Our team of experts will get you guys on the right path to your student athlete journey in life. That's right, we have every position in football you need, and we also help out with other sports. At Conquer Sports Pros, you have everything from a list of consultation, training, and also media training. Yeah, that's right. When you take your career to the next level, play college and hopefully pro, you'll get lots of interviews. Call Conquer Sports Pros today. You can reach them at 504-319-6672 or visit marlonfavorite.com for more information. Hello, somebody. Are you looking for your dream home? Well, if that's the case, you need to contact Joe Picolo at Godwyn Realty, right here in New Orleans. Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Picolo and the folks over at Godwyn Realty put you in the house that you need. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. And also contact Joel at joel.godwynrealty.com. No need to dream anymore. Godwyn Realty will put you in the dream house of your reality. Hello, somebody.
It's that boy Fred, host of FanView Podcast. Tune into the NOTN app weekdays, 3:30 for the FanView Podcast. Go to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com to watch more episodes of FanView Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches Podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches Podcast with Marlon Big Favorite. Watch out there now. Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches Podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car, or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches Podcast. Hello. Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches Podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches Podcast with Marlon Big Favorite. Watch out there now.
It's that boy Fred, host of FanView Podcast. Tune into the NOTN app weekdays, 3:30 for the FanView Podcast. Go to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com to watch more episodes of FanView Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Hello. I'ma be somebody. You never know when you gon' need somebody. Hello. Hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, you gon' be somebody. You never know when you gon' need somebody. From LA to LA, they yelling hello, fade. Big dog, smooth cat with some mellow ways. In the 10th grade, I used to rock the mellow braids. Private school at the time, they wanted us for fades. Then big dog with the West Jets. Marshall step, step, big with the pep step. You can call me Lucky Love, do it for my churn. I do it for my nephew. Do it for the hood when I'm on split step. Hello. Hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Favorite Wright with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they're open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby. And let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Big Favorite Wright. Watch out there now. Are you a student athlete looking to take your career to the next level? Look no further than Conquer Sports Pros. That's right, Conquer Sports Pros. Our team of experts will get you guys on the right path to your student athlete journey in life. That's right, we have every position in football you need, and we also help out with other sports. At Conquer Sports Pros, you have everything from malicious consultation, training, and also media training. Yeah, that's right. When you take your career to the next level, play college and hopefully pro, you'll get lots of interviews. Call Conquer Sports Pros today. You can reach them at 504-319-6672 or visit marlonfavorite.com for more information. Hello, somebody. Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Favorite Wright with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car, or you're tired of what you're driving around in, or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you. Big dog, smooth cat with some mellow ways. In the 10th grade, I used to rock the mellow braids. Private school at the time, they wanted us
people. Hello, somebody. Welcome to another episode of Inside the Trenches podcast. It's your host, Marlon Big Favorite Wright, and we live right here at UPT Sports Social, 3218 Magazine Street, baby. On Magazine Street. That's right. Uptown, baby. See, you glad we uptown. Now, you like being uptown,
baby. Well, you know, I can't never be mad for being in New Orleans, you know. Like, where else you won't be?
Where else you want to be?
Where else you won't be?
And we have a great show for y'all. It was a brawl in the SEC finals this weekend. South Carolina and LSU played a big-time game. The Lady Tigers fought but fell short. We're going to get to some of those reactions. And then we're going to talk Pels, baby. Pels versus Hawks. We're going to recap that game. And a certain rapper from Louisiana had his certain comments about about the Pels. And then for our last two segments, we'll be joined by Florida State running back coach Dave Johnson. We on fries, baby. Oh, yeah. That's right. So, CL.
What you got, man?
The Lady Tigers fought but lost 79-72. They were inspired by not only the play from the bench,
right,
but just to go against, like Angel Reese said, we ain't scared, baby. We're not scared at all. So I want to go to some of the reactions that we had dealt with this game, starting with Coach. I think if you look at it from the grand scheme of things with this team, CL, you have a situation where, in my opinion, or as you say, sometimes in my humble opinion,
right,
this is a South Carolina team who has been undefeated 2 years in a row.
Pretty much.
But you're on the other hand, you have the Lady Tigers, who have now taken over, and they are the reigning national champions. I mean, we can't get outside of that. That's just what it is.
Right.
So what the audio is loading up here, they did have a fight. 6 players were ejected from the game after the tussle.
Definitely a melee.
Things got heated. I know
if you look at it from the perspective of, hey, this girl pushed her and she's that big. But if you understand where the coaches are coming from and why things got heated the way it got heated, you will understand. So let's check out the coaches and catch some of their reactions. And then Shannon Sharp had something to say as well.
Yeah, well, when you're dealing with live TV.
You know, I just want to apologize to the basketball community. You know, when you're playing in championship games like this, in our league, things get heated. No bad intentions. They just try, their emotions got so far ahead of them that sometimes these things happen. So I want to apologize for us playing a part in that, because that's not who we are and that's not what we're about.
No one wants to sit.
So that was Coach Don Staley, the head coach for South Carolina Gamecocks. Before we run Coach Mulkey's press conference, what was your thoughts when you first heard Coach Staley's reactions to the fight?
I think she was not as displeased as she may have alluded to. When you're going against I was about to say state champions. When you're going against the world
national champions,
yeah. You know, you gotta beat the best to be the best, right?
Hello.
And so I think the physical confrontation. Now, granted, of course, Coach didn't want the ladies to get suspended or, you know, miss any time. But I think the physical nature of the game, the way it turned up, I think it bodes well for South Carolina, and that's why they did it.
So here's the reactions from Coach Mulkey. She got really heated because, you know, in Camilla Casoto,
right,
it's a big girl.
Big 10.
Flage's a little smaller. Hello.
Big 10.
To see that ugliness. But I can tell you this, I wish she would have pushed Angel Reese. Don't push a kid. You 6'8", don't push somebody that little. That was uncalled for, in my opinion. Let those two girls that were jawing, let them go at it.
Now that was Coach Mulkey's reaction to it. Her whole deal is let those girls go ahead and jaw it out, talk trash, but don't come 6'8", 6'9", and come knock her down. And of course, I knew they were going to talk about this on First Take.
Oh, for sure.
And Shannon Sharp had his comments, and CL, we will react to what Shannon said, but let's check them out on First Take this morning. Here's Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp's reaction. Well, Shannon Sharp's.
Did you see the two differences in the stories and the coaches? You see what Dawn Staley said and how she tried to downplay it, and you see Kim Mulkey, how she tried to upplay it. I understand this is an SEC championship game. There's a lot riding on it. LSU, if I'm not mistaken, hadn't beaten South Carolina in a very, very long time. And now we're in the SEC championship. And you know, you take things, you mean it figuratively, not literally. Oh, we're going to fight. We're going to fight them tooth and nail. We're going to scratch and claw. We're going to do everything we can. You give nothing, you allow them to take nothing. But Kim Mulkey, instead of saying, you know what, sometimes when emotion is high, logic is low. And that was not what women's college basketball is about, especially with the love and support that the women's game has received this year.
And Shannon makes a very compelling point because women's basketball in the last, let's say, 3 years has really shot through the roof.
It has.
But I'll make my comments here, and I love to hear what you have to say. I get where Shannon Sharp is coming from in the regards of don't try to upplay it, don't try to downplay it.
Right.
But it wasn't fair. Like, pick on the old saying, pick on somebody your own size.
Right.
Here's a situation, you're going to push Angel Reese like that. Now, I don't want to promote fighting during the game, and I don't think that's what Coach was alluding to, but this was just ridiculous, huh, CL?
Well, I think it's a little bit of banter going back and forth, like he says, one coach upplaying the other coach downplaying it. Let me let the people know that he's talking about, you know, deal with Reese. Reese ain't number 6'3" herself, so The young lady 10 South Carolina, she gonna be bigger than everybody all the time. So
Right.
maybe that's a strategy to get her out the game. Like it was a strategy to get 2 early fouls on Reese to get her out the game. So
Right.
you know, like I say, these teams are very familiar with each other. They know where their strengths and their weaknesses are. And you got to know that LSU is a better team with Reese on the floor. Obviously, South Carolina is a better team with number 10 on the floor. So there's definitely some back and forth and some banter going on.
Right, and Coach Malky also talked about how there wasn't certain calls made. There was some penalties that happened. But this is one of those matchups. Just a couple of thoughts on this game. It was a big SEC matchup, so these girls are going to play aggressive.
For the title.
Here's a South Carolina team who, in my opinion, not my opinion, the fact of the matter is the last 2 teams, 2 years, undefeated.
Yep.
During the regular season. So they're going to have some type of personal vendetta against LSU because, yes, we beat y'all in the regular season, but y'all guys won a national championship, and that's one thing that this South Carolina team is missing, the national championship.
And very hungry, very upfront about it. The young ladies have not lost a game, not to LSU, not to Caden Clark, not to anybody. And I think they're making a statement because obviously when the polls came out this year, LSU was the favorite, you know, over South Carolina. And I think the ladies of South Carolina took that personal. If you happen to see the game, I believe the fans in South Carolina took that personal with their chant of USC, you know, giving the chant, letting them know that even though LSU is the champions, you know, South Carolina's on the hunt and they want it.
If y'all are just tuning into us, we're here at UPT Sports Social. Uptown, we don't play around. 3218 Magazine Street. Y'all come over here. If y'all check my Instagram and the Facebook, there's a certain coupon. It has Inside the Trenches podcast, and with the purchase of a draft beer, you get a free shot. So if you buy 2 beers, you get 2 free shots. So make y'all way on over here to UPT Sports Social. We're having such a great time. Some more thoughts on the game. It was a big matchup. We talked about that, but SC had more of a rotation off of the bench. LSU dealt with some injuries. We know about last tier Pope, which she is in a concussion protocol. Thank God, because that was a scare at first.
It was. You know, and the shame part about it is this game has showed so much. This game has not only went from, let's say, ESPN2 to ESPN, the biggest sports network, to play it, just letting them know how much the parity has changed, not only in women's basketball, but just the audience. I mean, imagine a college women's basketball game getting more ratings than an NBA game. This is the forefront that we are on right now.
I was just talking to Jim about that over here at UPT the other day. We were sitting here legit, and they have screens all over at the restaurant / sports bar, but each of the TVs had a different game on, and we just found our eyes on the LSU-Kentucky game 2 weeks ago. LSU is healthy. Angel Reese says we're not scared. They seem more confident after this loss against, usually a team will be upset after a loss, but, they were able to handle business. Now, back to the fight. Flau'jae brother was arrested.
Oh, man.
For a number of reasons. One, jumping on the court, that's one offense.
Come on, man.
2, you put your hands on somebody, that's 3.
Come on, man.
And look, y'all, it could have got worse, so it's not a laughing matter. Camila Cardoso had apologized. Had apologized for what she did, basically to the university.
Right.
That's not their deal.
Right.
If LSU runs into South Carolina, it's going to be worse.
Well, didn't Coach allude to that in her presser?
She did.
Didn't she allude that? So, once again, like I'm saying, baby, there's a sense of we know each other. We're gonna see each other again. We're gonna sell I'm gonna go old school. We're gonna sell the biggest wolf ticket. even if we got to put you on your butt to show you, because we want the national championship. We want the NIL deals. We want to be on CoverGirl makeup. We want all the amenities that come with being the champion, because at the end of the day, South Carolina is an afterthought to the Lady Tigers when it comes to promotions and marketing.
Yeah, I get it, and I do know that you're absolutely right on that.
Them girls
That's a good
balling.
point. They balling on and off of the.
They got all kind of deals.
They do. We're going to take a quick break. It's Inside the Trenches podcast. Y'all make y'all way on over here to UPT Sports Social, baby. Uptown, we don't clown on Magazine Street. Enjoy yourselves. We have a live interview here with running back coach Dave Johnson for Florida State here in a couple of segments. We'll come back and talk Pels. It's Inside the Trenches podcast.
Yeah, you're right.
Man, you gotta get this licking. 3 kings on honor roll, plus you gotta pay tuition. Nobody crying dog ain't handing out no tissues like Big Dog.
Are you a student athlete looking to take your career to the next level? Look no further than Conquer Sports Pros. That's right, Conquer Sports Pros. Our team of experts will get you guys on the right path to your student athlete journey in life. That's right, we have every position in football you need, and we also help out with other sports. At Conquer Sports Pros, we have everything from Melissa's consultation, training, and also media training. Yeah, that's right, when you take your career to the next level, play college and hopefully pro, you'll get lots of interviews. Call Conquer Sports Pros today. You can reach them at 504-319-6672 or visit marlonfavorite.com for more information. Hello, somebody. Are you looking for your dream home? Well, if that's the case, you need to contact Joe Picolo at Godwyn Realty right here in New Orleans. Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Picolo and the folks over at Godwyn Realty put you in the house that you need. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. And also contact Joel at joel.godwynrealty.com. No need to dream anymore. Godwyn Realty will put you in the dream house of your reality. Hello, somebody.
It's that boy Fred, host of FanView Podcast. Tune into the NOTN app weekdays, 3:30 for the FanView Podcast. Go to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com to watch more episodes of
West Bank, man, I grew up a gorilla. Big dog, big as a gorilla. West Bank, man, I grew up by that villa. You either ball or you basic or racist. Big fave, man, I made it in them trenches like.
Let me get some of them jerk wings.
The jerk wings? I like the Korean barbecue. We live Inside the Trenches podcast, and that's right. $1 wings right here at
now.
UPT Sports Social. $1 wings. So if you want 5 wings, that's $5.
Yeah.
Holla at Ling. Let it show Ling Ling y'all's Inside the Trenches deal. You can pull that off of the Instagram.
Oh, for sure. And if you happen to be sitting next to a gorilla, you might want to get the 10-piece.
Yeah. Speaking of gorilla, there's a drink over here called the Gorilla Drink.
I'm aware.
So y'all can get the Gorilla Drink. Ask for the Gorilla. I'm telling y'all gonna love it. It's $6 for the Gorilla Drink. But you have to come, you have to show. You got to go to my Instagram at BigFave504. In my stories, y'all going to see the red coupon.
Okay.
Free drink. Free shot with the purchase of a draft beer. So y'all definitely enjoy here at UPT. I know y'all watching right now on our YouTube live and y'all like, man, I want to see what the wings hitting for. You're going to see what we're talking about here in the middle. You're going to see it.
Thank you guys for watching. I realize the time has changed. The backgrounds have changed. You know, it's live. You know, everything happens when it ain't supposed to happen, but it happens anyway. But I am grateful for the daylight savings. Time has changed. I'm able to, you know, get y'all a little more. I don't have to turn into a vampire on TV.
You don't have to turn into. And look, CL, man, the whole deal with that, we get more time, so it's a little bit more daylight. So it gets dark, 7 o'clock now.
And it don't seem as late.
It doesn't.
When you get out.
Right, because there's still a little daylight out. Y'all can see the people walking behind us. I mean, it's a beautiful day
Magazine
uptown.
is still very much so bustling because of the time change. I made sure I came in a little earlier just to pay attention to that. Because of the light, obviously, you know, this is a shopping regional area. So because of the light, they're able to come and, you know, spend a little more buck. You know?
And listen, if you don't live in the uptown area and you're driving over here, it's after 6 o'clock. So there's parking available right behind us. Y'all can pull up.
Free 99.
Free 99. It don't get better than that, baby. And get your $1 wings here at Uptown Sports Social.
That's a hell of a deal.
Think about it.
Free parking and $1 wing?
And the wings, they're not BS wings either. They off the chain. I'm
we about
telling
to
y'all.
show 'em?
I'm going to show y'all better than I can tell y'all. You can smell it through the camera. So, the Pels are balling right now. They handle their business. They went out to Atlanta and beat the Hawks 116 to 103. It was one of those matchups, in my opinion, CL. Atlanta definitely has a team that gels well together. Trey Murphy's been there for a while. I said Trey Murphy. I meant to say
Ice Trey.
Ice Trey. Can't think his name.
I know.
Trey Young.
Jeez.
By the way, he was excited about Kirk Cousins signing to the Atlanta Falcons.
We gonna delve into that.
We gonna definitely delve.
I got my 3 cents on that.
I know you do. But Trey Murphy led this game with 28 points.
Yep.
CL, recap this game for me. What stood out in the Atlanta Hawks game to you?
Well, if you're a fan of the podcast, you know, I've been trying to just let everybody know since day one. The New Orleans Pelicans is the deepest team in the association. So there are a lot of times that they're going to give, you know, a lot of teams are going to give their all early. But when the bench starts to play, and, you know, and now we're having guys like a Trey Murphy, because let's be honest, Trey beginning of the season, he wasn't all that great. He wasn't all that hot. He made sure he put in the extra work during All-Star, but I think the results are showing now. And it's not about what you do in the beginning. It's about gelling and balling at the end. And what I noticed was the confidence level. The confidence, if they run him off the 3, he would literally run to the goal and either make the pass or, you know, complete the play. So I just saw the confidence level definitely different in Murphy the other night.
Yeah, and Zion, too. Zion had 27.6 rebounds, 7 assists.
Yep.
And it has won 4 straight overall snaps. And the Pelicans, that is, have won 4 overall and snapped the overall 3-game winning streak. Now, you talk about Murphy, but also C.J. McCollum. He finished with 20 points.
20 piece.
But this is the thing I like about C.J. It just seems like when he's on the court, everything flows smoother.
Well,
it does.
Knowing that we don't have a prototypical point guard, but we do have a prototypical rhythm guy.
That's
right.
You
know, maybe we miss 1 or 3 shots. You know, CJ know to go in his bag and give us a quick 2, you know, maybe a mid-range jump or something, right-handed on the left-hand side of the goal finish. You know, he'll get us back in rhythm. And as long as CJ is healthy, i.e. like last year, not so much like last year, but as long as CJ is healthy, I think we have a formidable opponent for anybody in the NBA.
The Pels' next matchup is on the 13th, which is this Wednesday, 7 p.m. They take
finally home, baby.
They're coming home for the Cavs.
We've been gone for a minute.
41-23 is the Cleveland Cavaliers record. Donovan Mitchell is someone we definitely want to watch in this game. He's averaging 28 points a game.
Right.
To me, if you look at the way the Pels are winning, the way they're progressing, moving forward towards the playoffs, and being able to, like, this isn't, you know, Western Conference.
No.
This is playing against
we got the
credible
we got
East
the
teams.
East.
And let me see what the Cavaliers are second in the East.
Well,
behind Boston.
I'll tell you this, because once again, we're at Uptown Sports Social on Magazine in a beautiful city of New Orleans, and believe it or not, we're actually watching the Cleveland Cavaliers against the Suns right now. And I can tell you they're a formidable team no matter if they're playing in the East or in the West. But once again, I believe the bench of the New Orleans Pelicans will hold steady for him, because I don't even think Garland is back yet. I think it's still Mitchell just balling, you know.
See, I see they cut that on. I see over here the Bulls game. That's why I was checking that one out.
Yeah, I'm
but
on
right
this
now,
Suns.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Because of course the Suns are at 6. We need the Suns to lose, and then of course we play the Cavaliers next. So this is an important game for New Orleans right now.
Yeah, they're rolling. We'll try to keep y'all posted on this game
Live
as well
at New Orleans Sports Social right now as we speak.
What are some of the key matchups in the game tomorrow coming on? I mean, it's good that the Pels are off tonight. Cavaliers are playing, so they do have a slight edge there. Right. What are some of the other key matchups in this game?
Well, you know, they're very formidable. When both of their both of their guards are playing, their 1 and their 2 are Garland and Mitchell. They might be top 5 guard combos in the league. So we'll definitely have to, pay a lot of attention to that. But as you see, they're a pretty fast break team. They don't slow down for too much of anything. So we're definitely going to have our transition defense in order. Because look, they already up 21-15 the Suns right now. Yep.
And we legit live and living color here at UPT Sports Social. We see this team progressing. All right. On the Pels, one thing we really appreciate is how Zion got in shape. You was making a big deal with me and Joel about this early on in the Pels season. So now he's a bigger asset. Who else is emerging off of this team? That someone we expected. I know B.I. is handling his business. Right. Who else, in your opinion, is going to play a major role as we progress through the season?
Well, right now we're beating up on the West. We're beating up on the East, but you realize when we get to the playoffs, we'll play the West. And what happens in the West, that's where the big mans come to play. So Valanciunas is uber important to the New Orleans Pelicans. If you're not familiar with the gentleman, he's our center, and he averages a double-double a night. Regardless of who we're playing, regardless of if we end up playing small or if we end up playing somebody big, say the number 1 team in the West, like the Minnesota with Gobert and Big Cat, even though Big Cat is hurt now. But you get the point. We have a big man that plays big all the time.
Yeah, from right now, Donovan Mitchell's out, Max Stroud's out, Dean Wade is out. So injuries.
Stroud had a crazy injury last night.
What happened? I didn't see it.
He went down wrong, and I don't know if it's an ankle or if it's a leg, but they ended up carting him off the court. Not
so
nice.
It's definitely going to keep that man up in prayer. So, because, I mean, this is a team whose record, I mean, it speaks for itself. And the way they're able to, I mean, they're second in the Central Division behind Milwaukee. But they're able to, like you say, the transition defense, the coaching as well. Cam Thomas scored 29 points against the Nets.
Right.
Following that injury in their win, 120-101. Any other things as we wrap this segment here?
Oh, for sure.
That we need to watch out for in this matchup against the Cavs?
Well, never. In all my years that I would want to forget a guy or make sure that we don't make time to speak of him, we have to speak about the emergence of Herb Jones. Obviously, we're making sure that he becomes the number for first team all defense or maybe second team all defense this year. But the secret about Herb Jones is in today's game, they're leaving him open, and now he's hitting his wide open 3-pointers. Which I'm telling you now, when the New Orleans Pelicans, when they're doubling down on Zion or trying to get the ball out of hands of B.I., and we're kicking to the open man like a Murphy, like a rookie Howard, like a Herb Jones, the New Orleans Pelicans is one of the most formidable teams in the Western Conference.
Well, I look forward to this matchup. I know it's going to be fun to watch tomorrow. Again, this game comes on Bally Television. It's a 7 p.m. game. The Pels are back home.
Smoothie King.
And that Smoothie King Center is going to be live. Man, CL, so you told me to play Hello Somebody in there, man?
I did hear that. I did.
Why Wayne sent it to me, too? That's pretty cool.
I wasn't surprised, though, brother. I wasn't surprised.
That's your jam. Okay.
I wasn't surprised.
That's your jam. I know what song you waiting for though.
Yeah, well, my question
You
is.
keep calling my phone. That's the way
My question is, are you ready to perform at halftime at the Pels game?
I am ready, but I know somebody who didn't. It says not enough money for him. Boosie Boo.
Oh man,
We're gonna run a little bit of the audio from Boosie.
that boy need to cut it out.
Boosie basically reacts to the New Orleans Pels. He did say that Trey Murphy off the chain, but we'll run this audio real quick.
Smartest thing he said all year.
So here's Boosie's reactions to the Pels wanting to book him for a rack.
Gang, they don't want to give me no courtside ticket. That's cold-blooded. I swear to God, bro. Pelicans, they don't f with me. I ain't not the players, just every time I try to get courtside tickets, I can't get courtside tickets.
Underneath to Davis. Davis up
Because they lost, I mean.
And you get a call, Bronny James's game last night and LeBron James' game tonight. How was that?
We're getting Boosie's audio together here. Boosie funny, y'all. He really, man, they paying me more in Atlanta, man. Boosie off the chain.
Nah, Boosie know well. Come on, Boosie. First of all, let me just go there.
Yeah, go there.
Hold up, Boosie. First of all, yeah, we offered you $1,000 to do the halftime show, but you gonna tell me you gonna pay to go to the Atlanta games and monk and shine for them people for free. But you can't take the $1,000 and come to New Orleans and do it for Louisiana?
And then, well, here's what's this deal.
I thought he was the people's choice. I thought he was the man of the people.
Well, hold on, and I'm pulling it back together while I'm getting my audio together here, CL.
That's that Baton Rouge.
That's that Baton Do the ratchet, yeah, do the ratchet. He
That's ratchet.
She ratchet.
Right before we go to break, though, fellas,
What
I
you
just
got?
wanted to say one thing about his music really don't hit hard here in New Orleans.
Well,
It's a Louisiana.
You the music, man. Go ahead.
What is the thing? Boosie has the hits, right? So he has the Wipe Me Down. He has a song with the feature with Baby Boy, This Is the Way I Live. So he is Louisiana through and through, but you got to realize Atlanta's different. It's a little different. You have more folks willing to pay that type of money. It's a music city, and you live there.
To be entertained, and that's what he lose, man. Boosie, if you're going to monk and shine for the people in Atlanta, and you paid to sit on courtside, or even if they gave you the tickets for free on courtside, we got a G for you. We got a G for you to come do what you do. Because think about it, it's not about his music no more. It's about his social media influence, right? It's not about his music anymore. So we not asking you to perform. We asking you to do the monk and shine you do in Atlanta for free.
Well, I mean, this is my thing. All right, pals, this is what we could do for Boosie. Pay him the rack, put him up in the hotel, give him the courtside seats. Because, I mean, you look at Boosie, he is a Louisiana artist, so I'm with that. Now, pals, I'll take $500, you know what I'm saying? You can put me up in the suites. I'll sit at the top. Listen to me do Hello Somebody. We be out. You already planning that, pals. Holla at your boy. I ain't as expensive.
Man.
Like I said, we could do it for the $500.
Shouts out to the sponsors.
Shouts out to all the sponsors. You hear me? It's Inside the Trenches podcast. We're live here at UPT Sports Social, 3218 Magazine Street, New Orleans, Louisiana, baby. Don't go anywhere. We'll be joined by Louisiana native, running back coach for the Florida State University. Dave Johnson's going to sit down and talk with us here in a minute on Inside the Trenches podcast. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back.
Across the globe, no cap in my rap. Truth be told, rings of gold. Raised in the 504 with the 225. Made me legendary flow off the chart. Man,
Are you a student athlete looking to take your career to the next level? Look no further than Conquer Sports Pros. That's right, Conquer Sports Pros. Our team of experts will get you guys on the right path to your student athlete journey in life. That's right, we have every position in football you need, and we also help out with other sports. At Conquer Sports Pros, you have everything from a list of consultation, training, and also media training. Yeah, that's right. When you take your career to the next level, play college and hopefully pro, You'll get lots of interviews. Call Conta Sports Pros today. You can reach them at 504-319-6672 or visit marlonfavorite.com for more information. Hello, somebody. Are you looking for your dream home? Well, if that's the case, you need to contact Joe Picolo at Godwyn Realty. Right here in New Orleans, Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Picolo and the folks over at Godwyn Realty put you in the house that you need. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. And also contact Joel at joel.godwynrealty.com. No need to dream anymore. Godwyn Realty will put you in the dream house of your reality. Hello, somebody.
It's that boy Fred, host of FanView Podcast. Tune into the NOTN app weekdays, 3:30 for the FanView Podcast. Go to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com to watch more episodes of FanView Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches Podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches Podcast with Marlon Big Favorite. Watch out there now. Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches Podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You can do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information. And let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches Podcast. Hello. Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches Podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches Podcast with Marlon Big Favorite. Watch out there now.
It's that boy Fred, host of FanView.
Hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, you gon' be somebody. You never know when you gon' need somebody. Hello. Skip from that 504 to Atlanta. Skip from that 504 to New York. Skip from that 504 to Chicago. Skip to that 504 to LA. Skip from that 504 out in Dallas. Skip to that 504 down in Houston. Skip to that 504 down south. It's that third coast. That third coast. Now want you work out. Somebody. Now want you work out. Somebody. Hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, I'ma be somebody. You never know when you gon' need somebody. Hello. give up, girl, you know we gon' survive. There's nobody like you. Cause it ain't enough to just say it every day. We gotta show up in every single way. Cause girl, I adore you. Baby, don't you go nowhere. I just need to stop and stare.
Welcome back, baby. Inside the Trenches podcast. It's your host, Marlon Big Favorite. Got my co-host, CL Nola. And we have a special guest joining us. A good friend of mine, buddy of mine, go back a long time ago. Since my West Jeff days playing in high school ball. My man, running back coach from Florida State, Dave Johnson.
Okay. Welcome,
we on
Coach.
fries, Coach.
Hey, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us up. I got you.
You good.
Gotcha. Mike.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. I really appreciate it.
Definitely. So, Coach, I want our listeners to get before we got to Florida State, before you started to become, in my opinion, one of the staples in recruiting in the New Orleans metropolitan area. You coached at O. Perry Walker.
Come on.
You coached at St. Aug. When did you know you want to start coaching on a college level?
Actually, my first job, I coached at John F. Kennedy, where I graduated from. I went there right after college, only coached for 1 year.
Okay.
And actually, me and Jabbar Jalou was actually teaching middle school at the Dries YMCA.
Okay.
And he was the first one to kind of spark me to get back into coaching. So in 2002, obviously me and Frank are really good friends. He was the head coach at Oak Prairie Walker High School. I went there to help him out because I know Frank really wanted to get to college. So when I got there, man, I fell in love with it in 2002. We wound up signing 29 kids, 13 went D1, and that was the spark of everything. That was the blessing, just seeing those families getting a chance to go to school for free 99. That was the hustle back then. Just getting our kids in college. So obviously staying there for 3 years was really good. Moved on to a few other places. Went to St. Aug and actually was the co-offensive coordinator right before Hurricane Katrina.
That's right.
And when I was doing all the camps at LSU had a receiver coach, Stan Hickson. I would work the camps all the time, and he asked me, did I ever think about coaching in college? I said, I really wanted to, but I just didn't know the avenue. So he just told me continue to work, continue to talk to different people, and that's when it sparked when I worked those camps.
Wow, Coach. So, obviously, earlier you alluded to the Oak Prairie Walker days. Obviously, me being a graduate of Oak Prairie Walker. Can you give me a little more information of what you learned? And I know you spoke about all the scholarships that you and Frank got together for these young men. Can you speak on not only what you learned about how to get the scholarships, but also the gentleman that you feel that you have a personal connection that left Oak Prairie Walker?
I think the biggest thing with that group, it was the grind in those kids. Those kids wouldn't take no for an answer. They knew the hustle was to get to school for free 99. So actually, Frank Wilson went out. It was during the Super Bowl. He volunteered, and he got a chance to talk with the commissioner and the commissioner's wife about his dream getting his kids in college.
Wow.
And they actually sent to somebody, Angela Kroc from Ohio, to work with our kids on their HCT scores, their grade point average, and that's when everything kind of took off. And I tell people this all the time. Those kids are such a blessing to me, and I still talk to Buster, Darryl, all those kids all the time. But I tell people this, Mike Wallace taught me how to coach. He truly taught me how to coach because I wanted Mike to be like Craig Davis. I wanted him to run routes like Buster, but that wasn't who he was. He was the first person to kind of help me understand whoever I had, find out what they can do, and allow them to do their thing.
You talk about the development. I know what you're talking about. That was my senior year. Him and Keenan, they were seniors, and they were just I tell people the story all the time. They were just late bloomers. Yes. I mean, later on, these guys drafted third round and to the Steelers, back-to-back picks.
Y'all know y'all ain't never got to tell me about successful young men from Oak Prairie Walker. Coach Craig Buster Davis ended up getting drafted in the end of the first round at number 32 for the San Diego Chargers at the time. Obviously, we're familiar with the great Darryl Johnson.
Yes.
It's just so many guys, and obviously we know what Frank has done moving forward. Coach, now that you're at Florida State, and I hate to speak on sore subjects, but obviously we know Florida State caught a raw deal at the end of the year. Obviously, I'm cool with Patrick Surtain Sr., so I'm very close to the organization, if you will, eyes-wise, of course. Obviously, Keon Coleman being from Opelousas Catholic, I'm all over y'all, Coach. tell me, in your personal opinion, your thoughts about what happened at the end of the year with Florida State in that situation.
Well, obviously everybody
Without getting fined, of course. Don't get fined.
No, obviously everybody's seen what happened on ESPN, but you couldn't feel the room. To be in that room with those kids and with your head coach who worked extremely hard, they just took the air out the kids. They took the air out the coaching staff. And for a split second, you had to stand on what you preached on and what you believed on and how to respond to difficult situations. That was one of the most difficult situations that I ever had kids to have to respond to.
Wow.
So getting those kids to kind of try to buy back in and making them understand they didn't do anything wrong. And sometimes, regardless if you do everything right, it's just not going to work in your favor. That's life gonna life. So that was a teachable moment. Yeah. We had to go through it. It's going to make us stronger. And at the end of the day, we had to find a way to move on.
And a lot of y'all players didn't participate in the bowl game. That was one way to kind of throw an elbow at the, the committee. And that's just, to me, it really made me upset. Even though y'all bust us up 2 years in a row, LSU, it's still fair is fair, and y'all, that's exactly earned it.
You guys earned it, Coach. And, obviously I was riding with y'all, because I was in the association, and it did something to me, because I felt like, you almost told the whole state of Florida or Tallahassee that those first 12, 13 games didn't even matter. And how do you do that to kids that give their all to not only a university but the NCAA, who actually makes money off of them in their performance? So there's definitely a special place in my heart for you guys, Coach, and we'll definitely have all hands and all eyes on deck moving forward.
Man, truly appreciate that, but so many people as we went around, because most people don't know, after that announcement, 3 hours later, me and the head coach on the plane, we going to do home visits. So we had to immediately leave our kids and had to go on a home visit and try to get the recruiting class. But it was the same thing with so many people throughout recruiting. Different people from different universities coming up to me, actually, could they just give me a hug? Because they were so hurt about what happened. So we understand, everybody felt for us, although, it's a competitive situation. But yeah, so many people, they was in the same boat that you were in, just kind of really feeling for our kids and our staff.
Right. If you're just joining in the Inside the Trenches podcast, we're joined by Florida State's running back coach, Dave Johnson. You can follow him right now on Instagram or X, or however they call it right now with Twitter, at Coach Yak Johnson on X. And, I'm telling you, he's always in the New Orleans area, obviously, Coach, for recruiting. I want to talk to you about that here momentarily. But before we get into that, I want to look at a frequently asked question I get all the time is, man, why you don't go coach? Man, you should go coach. And a lot of times people know, hey, you played the position, you're good, you're knowledgeable about the position. But even coaching, I coached 3 years on a high school level. The amount of time that you have to put in, shouts out to your wife, man, because she definitely has to take a lot of just have you gone all the time. It's a 25 an hour, 8 day a week deal. You got to make up, you got to add a day to the world for this to go. You started bouncing around, obviously, with the Tulane, spent some time out in Memphis. You've been all over coaching. You coach just about everywhere. But people don't know about those little stories. They look at, this guy coaching college. I know he's making all kind of money. It don't start off like that. It's really a passion you have to have for this.
Yeah, and actually how I started, like I said, it was after Hurricane Katrina. Frank had his first job at Ole Miss.
Right.
So as soon as the storm hit, we all evacuated to Oxford, Mississippi with Frank. It was 27 of us in a 3-bedroom house.
Wow.
So I wound up getting my first college job because I had one of my college coaches, he gave me opportunity to coach at Millsaps College. He called me, told me I had a job. I said, I'm on my way. I packed up. I went to the trip. He told me he only could pay me $500 a month.
Wow.
And I was like, hey, whatever, it doesn't matter. And I told my wife I'm in the building. My wife was obviously like, are you sure we're going to do this for $500 a month? But I wanted to get in college.
Right.
So I took advantage of the opportunity. And when I got there, we all know what's going on with Katrina. They wouldn't let us stay in the hotels. So I slept in my car for 2 weeks.
Wow.
But my mindset was different. I wasn't homeless. I was the first person at work. So I had to make it work. My wife looking at me crazy, but at the end of the day, bro, we had to make this thing work and kind of moving on to different places. So our wives and our families sacrificed a lot.
Definitely.
And obviously, when we did our 4 years at Tulane, we got let go, and in 4 years on a Friday, it was all over the newspaper. But my wife, you know, she's always encouraging. She said, "Babe, don't worry about it. They only fired the head coach. They didn't fire you." I said, "No, man, I don't think it worked like that.
Right.
I think they let everybody go." But immediately that Sunday, I got a job with Coach Norvell in Memphis, and so immediately when I get a job, Sunday I get the job. Monday morning I'm in Memphis. My wife trying to sell a house. So that's how that works. Like, I'm up, I pack a bag, and I'm gone. And the same thing happened when we left Memphis, went to Tennessee. Boom, I got a call 4 o'clock in the morning. I said, I'm gone next day, and my wife had to sell a house. So those are the things that your wives and your family have to go through, because football is going to be football regardless of where we go. All the facilities, we understand that, but your families, they have to reestablish themselves. And that's always a tough situation.
And you understand that challenge when you've been around it, like playing professional sports. I mean, you were encouraging me a lot even when I was bouncing through the NFL. Man, Faye, just keep chopping wood. These opportunities don't come all the time. And you look at how you guys, Coach Drake, you talk about Coach Frank. I mean, it's really a core group of coaches from Louisiana that's building these teams. Y'all, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Coach going to stick around with us for one more segment. We're going to talk more about this game you was talking about, man. It was just, anyway. But guess what? They got some boys in the draft. They got some boys in the draft. So we're going to talk about that. It's Inside the Trenches podcast. We live here, 3218 Magazine Streets, Uptown Sports Social, baby. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back.
Dollar wings?
I'm the man, Southern Lane, you understand? 100 grand, I'm in my bed.
Are you a student athlete looking to take your career to the next level? Look no further than Conquer Sports Pros. That's right, Conquer Sports Pros. Our team of experts will get you guys on the right path to your student athlete journey in life. That's right, we have every position in football you need, and we also help out with other sports. At Conquer Sports Pros, you have everything from a list of consultation, training, and also media training. Yeah, that's right. When you take your career to the next level, play college and hopefully pro, you'll get lots of interviews. Call Conquer Sports Pros today. You can reach them at 504-319-6672 or visit marlonfavorite.com for more information. Hello, somebody.
Check.
Are you looking for your dream home? Well, if that's the case, you need to contact Joe Picolo at Godwyn Realty, right here in New Orleans. Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Picolo and the folks over at Godwyn Realty put you in the house that you need. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. And also contact Joel at joel.godwynrealty.com. No need to dream anymore. Godwyn Realty will put you in the dream house of your reality. Hello, somebody.
It's that boy Fred, host of FanView Podcast. Tune into the NOTN app weekdays, 3:30 for the FanView Podcast. Go to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com to watch more episodes of FanView Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504.
Are you a student athlete looking to take your career to the next level? Look no further than Conquer Sports Pros. That's right, Conquer Sports Pros. Our team of experts will get you guys on the right path to your student athlete journey in life. That's right, we have every position in football you need, and we also help out with other sports. At Conquer Sports Pros, you have everything from a list of consultation, training, and also media training. Yeah, that's right, when you take your career to the next level, play college and hopefully pro, you'll get lots of interviews. Call Conquer Sports Pros today. You can reach them at 504-319-6672 or visit marlonfavorite.com for more information. Hello, somebody. Are you looking for your dream home? Well, if that's the case, you need to contact Joe Picolo at Godwyn Realty, right here in New Orleans. Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Picolo and the folks over at Godwyn Realty put you in the house of your even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well.
He has the
only 17 and young and trying to swipe your card up. Take a different run, I'm trying to tell them put the rod up. Before you sit the guard, bro. Before you try to quit, you better try to be the champion. I'm trying to kill your chance so bad you gotta call an ambulance. Trying hard to down hard with Louisianians. Getting hot in here, hold on, brother, hit the fan again. Hold on, Fave, I got him now. Before they try go riding out. Cowards brought the taxi cab, the only way we riding out. Caravan and bikes have been the only way we sliding out. Riding in the hoodie in the Rolls Royce, they we wildin' out. Better
It's
be the
Inside the
champion
Trenches
before your time start running out.
podcast,
The slower
baby.
that you move,
On
the
a
quicker
Monday
people start
night,
to
we
cut you
got
off.
it
Remember,
popping
you had
in here.
started, you was feeling
Off
like the
top.
champion.
And y'all see them beautiful wings right there. See, as soon as we finish with coach interview, y'all gonna pop up. Y'all gonna see about 2 or 3 of them things missing. They look good. And listen,
looking good.
The dollar wings, you can get your 5-piece wing for $5. We're running the special. We still have the drink special. She got the gorilla drink. Lang say, "Favor, I'm gonna get you a gorilla drink because you big as a gorilla." So we have that. It's smooth and big, just like me, baby, and strong. I meant to say, just like me. And so you can get those as well. And then you buy a draft beer, and you also get a free shot.
Yep.
So beer shots. So if you buy 2 beers, that's 2 shots. You going to sleep good tonight, getting
You
ready
in
for
like Flynn.
work tomorrow. Joining us right now, we have running back coach for Florida State, Dave Johnson. New Orleans, Louisiana. He's a native of this area. Recruits in this area, and look, bringing kids out to Louisiana, to Florida, guys they ain't never seen before. Coach, you got a running back in the draft. And Trey Benson.
Yes.
How was it coaching Trey, and man, how do you think he fare out as we get closer to y'all's pro day?
I think the biggest thing I tell people all the time, God always sent me good players. And Trey was a prime example. This kid only played 12 plays at Oregon. So with him playing only 12 plays, he came in, I was the first year, he was a little nervous, coming off a major injury. And I told him I knew how to take my time and kind of build him back up. He's probably one of the most unselfish kids I've ever coached. And this kid can run, he can catch, he can block. I think the biggest thing is he has a lot of upsides. He just started playing. He only had 300 carries in 2 years and no fumbles. So I think he has a major upside. I think he's going to be one of the steals of the draft, and he has no off-the-field issues, no red flags, anything like that. And I know that's one of the main things that these organizations are looking for. And this kid plays special teams. He's going to do whatever to help the team win.
Now, when I set eyes on this young man, and I want your professional opinion, Coach, when I set eyes on this young man, he kind of reminds me of a Debo Samuels. He kind of reminds me of a Taysom Hill. I kind of do everything offensively, maybe an H-back, maybe a running back, maybe in a slot. What do you see him prototypically for next, on the next level?
I think I see him a kid who can really run downhill. He can't catch the ball, he can't block, but I just see him as a 220-pound downhill runner. He has no body fat. Like I tell him all the time, he can't take his shirt off at my house with my wife. When I go to the store, everybody going to the store.
Everybody going to the store.
At the end of the day, man, this kid, I just think he's gonna run a lot of press duel with him in the league. He's gonna be able to run downhill, and I think the sky's the limit for him. He's just getting started.
Right.
And a 4.340 at the combine, that's good for the run, because the running backs weren't really that fast this year. I saw a couple of 4.6s, 4.5, so that adds value too. I want to stick to the offensive side of the ball, Coach. In my opinion, Jordan Travis is another steal in this draft.
Yes.
Seeing him play, y'all came down here to the Superdome and bust us up. We go out there to Orlando, y'all bust us up with LSU. And it was him. It was legit him. Him and Jaden was going drive for drive in that game. I know the injury, it can hurt. Some teams could look past that, right, and see that, once we get this kid's healthy. I mean, I saw this with the Saints with Robert Meacham.
Yes.
Remember, Rob Torres, and the Saints had him sit for a year, and then Rob ended up winning the Super Bowl a couple years later, so that was a good investment. When you look at Jordan Travis and you watching him at practice, y'all in offensive meeting with the coordinators and just going through like scout team at practice, what does he bring to a professional team?
I think the biggest thing is every rep in practice was a game rep. Kid is extremely committed to everything he does. He does the little things. He's always intense about every practice, every rep. I don't care if it's a walkthrough. And he has a certain mental toughness, man, that you can't match. This kid was, kind of booed early on in his career, but he kept fighting, but he was surrounded by a really good brotherhood, with the coaching staff and the entire FSU family. So I think somebody's going to get a young man who's really smart and can actually run the offense, man. He knows exactly what's going on, in and out of the huddle, no huddle. It doesn't matter to him. I think he's going to be a great asset to the organization.
Go back to it, see, I know you got your question, but remember when Joel was saying a certain team down here in the NFC South could look at a quarterback in the second round, trade for those picks type deal, third, he might slip down there.
Well, like I say, I plan on, trading a pick back to get an extra pick. But as far as Travis goes, Coach, when you laid eyes on him, did you ever imagine that he would be? Because obviously we saw the duel against Jalen Daniels, obviously Heisman Trophy winner, but obviously Florida State had the leg up in that game. When you set eyes on Travis, did you ever imagine that he could be what he, even though minus the injury, he could be exactly what he is today?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because we get a chance to see him up close. We get the chance to see him on a daily basis, and how he do some things is how he do everything. I'm talking about from schoolwork, but he also comes from a line of family members who play professional baseball. So he's coming from some real good athletes, extremely smart people, and he's surrounded by really good people. So I think this kid has a total package, and I think he's going to be a steal.
Wow.
I would be remiss with this podcast being called Inside the Trenches and really watching Jared Verse and Braden Fisk just tear things up with the LSU's offensive line. I mean, Verse could potentially go top 5. Coach, watching these guys at practice, talk to me.
I think Coach Odell, Coach JP do a really good job with these guys. But what you see on Saturdays, when you see in bowl games and different places, they do this on a daily basis. This is nothing new to them. They practice extremely hard. They take every rep serious, and they love to be coached. That's one thing you like about them. They're coachable, and they want to be pushed at all times. So you can see, and one thing about Coach Norvell, he's going to push those guys to the limit. We want to see how they respond, and now you can see what Verse did for a kid who probably could have won in first round last year. For him to come back to say he wants to get better on the little things, that speaks volumes of a young man you want in your organization. And to take a Braden Fisk, who nobody knew about, he took on every challenge. Playing that Louisville game, he was the first one to come off the field and say, Coach, don't worry. Y'all don't turn the ball over, they won't score. So when you have a defense and a defensive line with that type of confidence, you can't help but win.
I really love that. I love to hear that, man. And listen, I know the last 2 years these guys have been opponents to my Tigers, but I like to call a spade a spade. And then the Jordan Travis thing, I think that did hurt the committee of putting y'all in there. That's when we're talking the politics of it. But that's neither here nor there. That was last segment. Coach, over the last 10 years plus, you've cultivated relationships with the coaches. Some of these guys you coached with, you mentored, but you're able to get CL talked about Keon Coleman, but even guys from the West Bank and even the New Orleans area, like Fat Pazons from Etna Call. Excellent athlete. I love watching him in high school. And then also you look at a guy like Byron Turner, defensive end from St. Aug.
Up to 250 now.
Ooh, 250.
Wow. Yes.
Now, I'm going to put this in when he was training with me with Conquer, he was about 230. I'm like, man, you need to get up to about 250, 255, and he's done it.
Yeah, there now.
That's good. That's good time. You have your eyes, I know, on a couple of recruits here for the class of 25 and 26 coming up. What's the thought process for you when looking into a player? Because, I mean, obviously this is your area. What are some of the things for the young players out there who might want to get recruited or understand what a coach thinks when he's looking for a player?
Obviously, once you get there, you want to see who loves football, who has that certain mentality, who want to get better, who want to be coached, and understand that they never arrive. When you're a really good player, you never get to a point where you think you arrive. So when I go to practice, I want to see the little things. I also want to see how you're going to respond when you fail at things, because I understand failure is the fertilizer to success. So just seeing the kid fail, seeing how they respond, seeing what happens and what's going on. And a lot of people are down on 7-on-7, but I'm not. I like to see kids being coached by their coaches in this, and you also get to see how they respond in certain situations. So when you get that and you see kids respond, I'm looking for the best player for the best fit for us. Right. And that's what I tell people all the time. I don't worry about if anybody else offers you. Certain kids who I offer, and we're just talking about Fat, I was the first person to offer Fat when I was at the University of Tennessee. It was in the 10th grade. I knew what he was going to be. And actually right now, fastest clock average of 22 miles an hour, going through the spring. So he got his legs back underneath him, so he's ready to go.
22 for sure.
He can. Fast somebody's gonna run a low 4.3 at the combine. I'm telling you.
Yes.
So, Coach, obviously having a connection with New Orleans, Louisiana, obviously there's a lot of talent in Louisiana. Tell the people how important the pipeline, to keep the pipeline open from Louisiana to Florida State, is for the kids in New Orleans.
I think one of the biggest things, I was at Coach Norvell, his very first recruit, big-time recruit he got at Tulsa, was from Louisiana, Demaryius Johnson, from Destrehan.
Okay.
And he became, a household name, and he got a lot of kids out of Louisiana, so he knows what I'm going through. He knows the battles that I have to fight. And like some people come through and say they recruit New Orleans, that's the difference. They may recruit New Orleans, but I am New Orleans.
Yeah.
Sound
like somebody I know.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, as you're going through this, I went to high school here. I attended John Fitzgerald Kennedy College Prep. I went to Francis W. Gregory. I graduated at the top of the Johnsons at Nickel State. So at the end of the day,
rolling.
That's New Orleans, man.
I'm
through and through.
Louisiana through and through.
For sure.
That's big time. Coach, man, thank you so much for joining us on the
Coach.
show. Y'all follow him at
Thank you, Coach.
Yak
Thank
Johnson
you. I really
on
appreciate
X.
it,
Coach.
Yeah, Coach, we appreciate your insight coming on our show. Glad we don't have y'all on the schedule this year. We can take a little Florida State break for a second at LSU. But, man, because I know one thing, you're going to keep the talent coming through there.
Right.
Hello, somebody. Definitely. So, y'all make sure y'all follow Coach at Coach Yak Johnson and there's information to be below this show on X. Hey, if you're a player, Coach checks his DMs.
Yes.
You could DM your film. The coach. Y'all used to have to go into the office 4 and 5 hours making out VHS tapes.
Not
no more. You can do it right here on your phone. And listen, it ain't too late. We have another hour of a show. My wings getting cold here.
The wings looking
nice.
nice.
Ooh, they looking right, glazed up, nice, baby. So
shining,
blinding. So $1 wings while the show's going on. Y'all come in, get y'all drink specials. It's Inside the Trenches podcast. We'll be back. Thanks.
The time they wanted us with fades. Give me dog with the West Jeff. March Wolf step, big with the pep step. You can call me Lucky Left. Do it for my churn, but do it for my neff. Do it for the hood when I march clear step. Hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, I'ma be somebody. You never know when you gon' need somebody. Hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, you gon' be somebody. You never know when you gon' need somebody. I gotta represent. Fave in this thing, I'ma make it make sense. You can shake a leg for me, move them arms for me. Chopper style with it, chopper style with it. Now West Bank, baby, boy, that West Bank party beat. That West Bank, baby, boy, that West Bank party beat. Shake for me, now rock for me. Back it up like it's 2005 BV. Now hello, somebody. I see you over there working that body. Keep grinding, you gon' be somebody. They never know when they gon' need somebody. Hello, somebody. I see you over there working that body. Keep grinding, you gon' be somebody. They never know when they gon' need somebody. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, we'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. Also contact Joe at joe.godwynrealty.com. No need to say hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, I'ma be somebody. You never know when you gon' need somebody. Hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, you gon' be somebody. You never know when you gon' need somebody. Skip from that 504 to Atlanta. Skip from that 504 to New York. Skip from that 504 to Chicago. Skip to that 504 to LA. Skip from that 504 out in Dallas. Skip to that 504 down in Houston. Skip to that 504 down south. It's that third coast. That third coast. Now want you work out. Somebody. Now want you work out. Somebody. Hello, somebody. It's Marlon. Hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, I'ma be somebody. You never know when you gon' need somebody. Hello. Hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, you gon' be somebody. You never know when you gon' need somebody. Hello.
Reasonable price and free vacuum. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they're open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby. And let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Big Favor Wright. Watch out there now.
Are you a student? This is what you wanted, girl, and I'ma give you what you asking for. I'ma give you what you asking for, and I'ma give you what you asking for. Come on, this is what you wanted, girl, and I'ma give you what you looking for.
That's all you need. Also,
Doing 95, trying to see my lady. Haters gon' hate, you know they're shady. You're the only one that I call baby. Baby, don't take your love away, 'cause I might go crazy. I might lose my mind. You're my everyday. Just imagine if you're not here, I wouldn't be able to think clear. Listen, come on. And don't you forget it. Don't you forget my love, 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 love. And don't you forget it. Don't you forget my love, love.
When you pass that, sis looking right in those jeans. You're moving it fast, shaped like an hourglass. Conversation heavy, loud and clear. The vibe is right, dancing through the night. Catch a flight in the AM. Girl, what is you saying? Like, where is you staying? We can go all night, and don't you forget it. Don't you forget my love, 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 love. Oh, love.
And don't you forget it. Don't you forget my love, 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 love. And don't you forget it. Don't you forget my love, love.
Stop wasting your money on overpriced storage units and portable containers. Step Construction can provide you with a custom shed that will fit your budget and storage needs. So contact Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 for your own personal quote. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
See, playing on the D-line was more like karate. Daniel's sons, kicking it with Miyagi. Sensei, hit him with a variety. Raised in them trenches, it's still a high commodity. Cause playing on the D-line was more like karate. Daniel's sons, kicking it with Miyagi. Sensei, hit him with a variety. Raised in them trenches, it's still a high commodity. Cause playing on the D-line was more about survival. Game of inches, yeah, I stay off them benches. Why? That'll leave you all broken, disgusted. Make sure you can function. Or the next one to punch in. To every 4-star that wish upon a star. Continue to grind and stay solid as a rock. Keep God close like a pistol. Pete. Crossover sweet, made euros for weeks. I'm thorough, buy you bingo like Burrow. Hello, I'm the man, Southern Lane, you understand? 100 grand, I'm in my bands. Aaron Donald with the hands, 6 foot and cocky. Bellboy Rocky, me and T.S.Aki on the high key. Fried rice and Rocky shrimp, which is our favorite dish. But without ball, I couldn't kick it like this. Cause playing on the D-line was more like karate. Daniel's sons.
Oh yeah, we back, baby. We live.
Inside the Trenches podcast. I'm your host, Marlon Big Favorite Wright. Joining me right now is my man CL Nola.
Oh, yeah.
Last hour we had Coach
Barbecue.
Dave Johnson from Florida State. Come by, holler at us, running back coach. Y'all make sure y'all check my boy out. And look, Coach said he gonna hook me up with an autographed copy of his book.
Okay.
He got his brand new book, so y'all make sure y'all do the same.
So why Coach ain't tell us we got a bestseller in the house?
I mean, he was kind of, he gonna tell me after. He was a little modest with it. That's all right.
Well,
but
we
I'm
got
gonna plug
something
him right now.
for the next interview.
Yes, indeed.
For the next interview.
Yes, indeed. We sure do. CL, this has been an active day, my brother, in
Very
the NFL. I mean,
my phone been ringing like Mel Kiper.
Man, you've been Mel Kiper all day, bro. It's like I got up, I did my workout this morning. After I finished with my workout group, I look at my phone. Damn, see how and I go double check and I see the ESPN alerts. It has been crazy. So
crazy.
What we're gonna do for our viewers, and this is ongoing, probably right in the middle of this thing, something might pop up.
Oh, it's real time, baby. It's real time.
I'm sorry, CL. Your wish is gone.
Oh, all my wish is gone, baby. All my wish is gone.
Brian Burns, edge rusher from Carolina, is out of here, baby. He is gone.
Well, the crazy part, what they don't realize is what he did was he re-signed with Carolina, but immediately Carolina traded him to the Giants for a $150 million deal.
The NFL broke the news to CL's point. Panthers traded DN Brian Burns to the Giants for a second round and a fifth round pick, and the deal is 5 years, $150 million. This young man has earned it. He could potentially have Michael Strahan type ability for the Giants.
Well, ask yourself. You're telling me, because he's in his late 20s, mid 20s. You're telling me one of the best pass rushers in the league was traded for a second and a 5? Now, granted, we know, I'm putting my GM back on.
Got to put the GM hat on.
Granted, we know that obviously the Giants forked over a boatload of money with the full 5-year deal for $150 million. But you got one of the most elite pass rushers in his prime for a second and a 5?
This is crazy. Now, here's another shocking deal. The Cincinnati Bengals, T. Higgins, received a non-exclusive franchise tag,
21.
which will pay him 21 savage. 21.8 of them things, baby.
Can you do something for me?
Can you do something for me? That's some strength. That's some big time change right there. For a second, though, I thought he was going to be available, and I know you wish that.
Once again, another one of them wish lists that I know ain't gonna never come true in the dirty boot. T. Higgins clearly has always been the number 2 in Cincinnati, but we've always had the conversation of T. Higgins being the number 1 in this league. So when they put the franchise tag on him today, he turned around and told him he wants to request a trade.
That was a smooth move how he did that. Once they did that and he requested a trade, so
money guaranteed. Regardless.
Either way it go, it's money guaranteed. Speaking of wide receivers, Jared Jeudy, in exchange for a 5th and a 6th round pick in 2024. Now, this trade does not begin until the official deal. Of course, the official deal starts tomorrow.
Right.
But Jared Jeudy is headed to Cleveland.
Well, let me remind you guys, last year, the Broncos was trying to get a 1st or a 2nd for Jeudy, and nobody bit. Now, fast forward to this year, being able to give him up for a 5 and a 6, you can tell the value. And see, that's what I don't think people understand. There's a such thing as called a market value in this league. Whoever your favorite player is, no matter how much you like him, how much you dislike him, his market value will set the price and set the standard of what they're doing forward, which not a bad deal for Cleveland because obviously it gives them another weapon for Deshaun Watson and what they're trying to do.
So tight end Noah Fant signs with the Seahawks. It's a grade A fit. They say the value is right at a B. This is ProFootballFocus.com.
Right.
Contract is 2 years, $21 million, 10.5. Pro Football contract, they projected to be 3 years, $30 million.
Fade. Come on, Fade. We got to get the people what they want, baby. They biting their teeth over there. We got to get the people what they want.
They won't know
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, Atlanta, Kirk Cousins?
Kirk Cousins went to Atlanta. Now, let me deal with that. Let me deal with that. Kirk
I had
Cousins.
to dance around it a little bit. We got to get him ready
We live, baby. We live.
Well,
we live Uptown Sports Social. All these people up in here.
They won't hear about the Kirk Cousins. They won't hear about Kurt making his way on over to.
Okay, this the deal.
Talk to me.
Clearly, my phone blew up. Kirk Cousins goes to Atlanta. But here we go. Realize that Kirk Cousins is 36 years old, coming off an Achilles. They gave him a 4-year deal, which, me doing my GM deal, it's quintessential a 2-year deal with an option, options. But what they did was the guaranteed money, once again, Kirk Cousins wins again with the guaranteed money. Atlanta doesn't realize what they're doing. Kurt is going to be a bridge quarterback because do you really see Kurt giving you more than 2 years?
Well, here's my thing with that. I think if you look at Atlanta, you have Terry Fortnut over there.
Yep,
who
former
comes from the Saints.
Yeah,
So,
one of my coworkers.
One of your coworkers, right? So this is where he comes from. So if you look at it from that perspective, of course he's going to make a counter and move like that, right? Now, does Kirk Cousins have the New Orleans Saints number since he's been a Vikings? Yes or no?
Yeah, since he's been a Viking. But guess what? He ain't no
has the
Viking
number.
no more. He ain't a Viking no more.
He's not a Viking, but he has, in the last few seasons, has been beating the Saints. Would you agree or disagree?
I think Kurt has showed up against the New Orleans Saints the last few years, but it's not about against the New Orleans Saints. It's about Kurt showing up in the playoffs, and if I'm not mistaken, he's 1 for 4 in the playoffs the last few years.
Now this is true. This is true, my friend. I have no rebuttal for that. And you do have to look at the weapons they have around him. Now I'm just playing devil's advocate over here with this move, just for the simple fact it's a division rivalry, but you still have Kyle Pitts over there. You still have Drake London.
You do.
They just drafted a first-round running back last year.
Bijan Robinson, I'm familiar.
And I was talking to Gus earlier. Gus was saying, man, is Atlanta the team to beat in the NFC South, or is it still the same? Because, I mean, look at it. They're similar moves. Kirk Cousins, he's an older quarterback. Derek Carr, he's an older quarterback. What they trying to do?
This is my thing. Somebody tell me what today's date is.
It is the 11th, right? It's the
Today is March 11, 2024. Baby, I have never seen somebody win the Super Bowl in free agency on March 11th or in March.
This is true, my friend.
I'm not concerned about Kirk Cousins. Once again, 36 years old, coming off an Achilles. You would have to give the respect to the Tampa Bay Bucks because they actually won the division last year. They brought back Evans. They brought back Mayfield. So you would have to kind of give them the credit. But being honest, Atlanta gave Kirk Cousins a $180 million contract. $180 million contract with $45 million guaranteed, including $100 million guaranteed.
How Kirk do it? He got a chain on.
Kirk Cousins has made over $300 million in guaranteed money in this NFL season.
He's a good locker room guy. Now listen, I was running a scenario earlier.
Damn, I mean, really?
I mean,
$300 million, he a locker room guy.
How much do he have to thank Justin Jefferson for all of this?
Well,
Adam Thielen. I mean, even having some weapons now.
Well, we had conversations where I kind of wanted Justin Fields to go to Atlanta for selfish purposes, of course. But I'm not mad at the Kirk Cousins situation because, once again, we realize Kurt is not as prime time as a lot of people allude to. He's a solid quarterback. We can say that, yes, Atlanta got better at the quarterback position. But can we say as a whole they're just going to bust off the doors in the NFC South? I'm not ready to say that just yet.
Now, before we get back into all these quarterbacks, the name of the podcast is Inside the Trenches.
Let's go there.
And I went to LSU. You're a super LSU fan. I know you rock your Saints stuff, but during the football season, you was rocking some of your LSU stuff too.
Yeah.
Keep it back.
I represent Louisiana to the fullest.
Lord Christianberry signs with the Tennessee Titans. Now, the Tennessee Titans have been active. They signed Tony Pollard for a 3-year deal earlier. Lord, this is an A-fit, A-value, 4 years, $50 million, $12 million guaranteed. $30 million total guaranteed money. Football Focus projects this contract to be 4 years, $50 million. Here's a player. Tennessee needed help across the offensive line. We saw that last season, and they did go get Will Levis in the draft. Having a veteran, a center around like this really helps. And if you look across what they've done, you have a younger quarterback.
Yep.
You have you're trying to develop an experienced but young offensive line, and then you went and got yourself a running back, a proven running back. We saw the Cowboys last year make him their primary back. I had him on my fantasy football team. He handled business. I ain't gonna lie. He did his thing.
Well, I would be remiss because we had the conversation, a wish list, and I knew that not only the New Orleans Saints, a lot of teams were not going to be a part of the first tier of these free agents coming off the board. But I just want to remind y'all that I told y'all that Christian Wilkerson would demand a bag, and he got it from the Raiders with a $110 million contract from the Oakland Raiders.
Patrick Queen, you got him on the line now. Lamar at quarterback. They got the young Zay Flowers at receiver. They're building that team across the board, Sierra.
It's just, the money, and we're forgetting that the league gave everybody an extra $30 million.
100%,
If
that's right.
Obviously the clock is still ticking, and a lot of people don't realize, and I want to tell this to Saints fans, calm down. You never win free agency you never win free agency in one day, and at the same time, free agency goes all the way to the first day of the season. So
it
patience.
does, and I'm looking forward to see how free agency continues going to the draft. Now, look, y'all don't go anywhere. We're still over here at UPT Sports Social. We still got about a good 20 minutes, 30 minutes on the show, baby. It is popping. Everybody enjoying themselves, eating their food, getting their drinks, taking advantage of the free shots. It's a Monday. We're making it look like a Friday.
Get them wings, baby. Them Caribbean jerks.
Now these the ones. These the Korean barbecue in
Korean,
front of.
Yeah.
But the jerk ones we had last time, they was pretty good.
I like them.
I like them right there too.
Yeah.
And
Let's go to break and let me show y'all.
It's Inside the Trenches podcast. We at UPT Sports Social. We'll be back. More NFL free agency talk, baby.
See the game like Madden, commentate like Madden, living life fantastic. Call them unusual plays. Made me a hustle today. That's why I pray every day.
Are you a student athlete looking to take your career to the next level? Look no further than Conquer Sports Pros. That's right, Conquer Sports Pros. Our team of experts will get you guys on the right path to your student athlete journey in life. That's right, we have every position of football you need, but we also help out with other sports. At Conquer Sports Pros, you have everything from holistic consultation, training, and also media training. Yeah, that's right, when you take your career to the next level, play college and hopefully pro, you'll get lots of benefits. Call Conquer Sports Pros today. You can reach them at 504-319-6672 or visit MarlonFavorite.com.
Went from ball to broadcasting.
Hello, somebody.
See the game like Madden. Commentate like Madden. Living life fantastic. Call them unusual plays. Made me a hustle today. That's why I pray every day. Feeling like Sam Marlon. Hard head when I walk through. Can make $1 million in a sports suit. Too big for the sports coupe. Hit the boot like swag goo. RC in book too. All you boys on the big screen living big dreams. That's big cool. Jeff said was solidified. Broadcast you in this bit. On fire like a big. To move fast like Vic. Go hard, don't quit. G-Code like Juvenile. Since a child, I had a style and a glow like I'm gold child. Went from ball to broadcasting. Now I play the game Madden. See the game like Madden.
That boy Fred, host of fan.
Call our business department today at 504-475-4793.
Went from ballin' to broadcasting. Now I play the game Madden. See the game like Madden. Commentate like Madden. Living life fantastic. Call an unusual
CCL, these wings, bro, they got that spicy tang to them. Woo, they delicious.
Look, baby, I don't know if it's the lights up here or my snappy outfit or the heat coming from these Caribbean wings, But it's smoking up here, baby. It's smoking.
It is, y'all. And you can enjoy these too. They're $1 a wing. Get your 5 piece
Can't
for
beat
$5.
that with a bag.
A little kick to a nice spice. I love it. We here, baby, live Inside the Trenches podcast. I'm your host, Marlon, Big Favorite Wright. Joining me right now is my man CL Nola. And we live right now at UPT Sports Social, 3218. I got a drink special. It's 2 drink specials we got going on right now.
And a wing. So 2 drink and a wing. 2
drinks and a wing special. Right now, you could come here and get a free shot with the purchase of a draft beer.
Right.
And you can get, now this drink is normally $14.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Vanilla Crown.
Okay.
With a splash of root beer, like the vanilla type.
Like a float. Like a float.
Without the ice cream.
Yeah, the float. Yeah, like
and
a float.
it's smooth.
Mm-hmm.
It's strong and unique and authentic like me.
Yeah, I could tell by that left eye you got right there. They got a little,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? The
got a
left
little
eye,
kick
yeah.
to it.
Little kick to it.
like the wing.
You know what I'm saying?
They got a little kick to it. But I wish you guys could see right now that this place is really buzzing. We got a lot going on. We got the specials going on. We got 2 drink specials, 1 wing going on. We Uptown Sports Social. We live, and it's really happening, baby. It's really happening. We actually talked about this during training camp over the hot summer.
Yeah.
And look where we at now, brother.
Look where we at. I used to pray for days like this to rhyme like this. And
For real.
So, a lot of people were singing that verse today. I used to pray for days like this to rhyme like that. Robert Hunt, he signed with the Carolina Panthers. They needed him.
Another wish list.
Another wish list. We did talk about him on the show. Hopefully we could get him, but how to do it? Not close. Almost got it.
Right. Well, we understand that free agency is about money. Right now, currently, the New Orleans Saints are still $10.9 million above the cap, over the cap, same difference. So we don't necessarily have the money now to sign a big-time free agent, but we're definitely going to be involved in that second tier of free agency.
Yeah, and this guy, he did sign a 5-year contract for $100 million, $20 million per year, $63 million guaranteed. They're building around Bryce Young.
Baby, they handing out $100 million contracts like they handing out Caribbean jerk wings at Uptown Sports Social.
And you got the Korean barbecue, and you got that jerk. Man, these things hitting over here. Y'all should come. I'm telling y'all, make y'all way down here. If you're lucky, I might save you a wing.
Yeah, buddy.
Philadelphia. Motown Philly back again. Come on. Doing a little East Coast swing. They got Saquon Barkley. It's a B grade. It's a 3-year deal, $37 million, $12 million of that per year, $26 million of that fully guaranteed. Do you still feel like Saquon Barkley is that type of running back to get this type of money?
Well, the beautiful thing about the National Football League, it's a copycat league. And last year, the running backs got together and they decided to have a meeting and decide how they could up their value as far as going forward. Last year, if you recall, Saquon had a little dust up with the Giants, didn't want to sign the franchise tag, which gave him actually $11 million guaranteed for that 1 year. So for the past few years, the NFL has been devaluing the running backs until today. Do you realize that the amount of money and the amount of running backs that have went off the board in free agency, like a Josh Jacobs goes to Green Bay.
Yeah.
They cut Aaron Jones.
And Green Bay seemed like they switching it up a little bit. See, they usually keep their draft picks. Like the last time I really seen them go get a guy that wasn't on their team was with Julius Peppers.
Right.
They usually try to draft their guys.
Well, realize now that Green Bay doesn't have to pay $100 million for a quarterback.
Right, that's right.
They're able to spend money in more facet ways. You realize that Saquon Barkley, he got a $26 million deal for the Eagles to go home to the Eagles. Obviously, he prepped at Penn State to be able to play for the Eagles. I'm sure it's a big deal for him. Also, Swift signs a nice deal with the Bears after leaving Philly, and obviously Saquon's replacing him. So just to even give you more information on that, how about Tony Pollard that goes home to Tennessee? He's born and raised in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yep.
He goes home for a bag. So the value of running backs seems to be have came back up to where they should be, and that's a good thing for the guys.
And I think that has a lot to do with those guys' athleticism.
Right.
Having the ability to catch out of the backfield, you know, the Alvin Kamara type deal. You can get the yaks along with the yards per carry. Now, here's another guy you were hoping would stick around in free agency for the Saints. We spoke about him last week on the show. Gabe Davis from the Bills,
Man.
signs with the Jaguars.
It's like the one that got away, you know. Gabe is really a big-time, deep threat receiver. The guy has to be about 6'3", 6'4", but not even just Gabe. What about Pittman re-signs back with
I was getting there.
with Indianapolis? So maybe there's still a gambling bird in the sky. Maybe Ridley likes Harris more than he should. Nah, I'm just joking with y'all. We ain't got enough money for Ridley. We ain't got no money for Ridley.
Now see, if you ask me, one of the weirdest trades, one of the weirdest trades was New England trading Mac Jones to Jacksonville. So you have a quarterback in
Trevor
Lawrence, who was drafted a year before him. So essentially you have two young quarterbacks.
Right. Well,
what's going on down there with Doug Peterson?
Well, in some parts of the world, the second most important position in football is the backup quarterback. If you realize Jacksonville earlier in the season were on the way to the playoffs until Goldilocks got hurt, and they just fell off a cliff. And so maybe if they had a Matt Jones just to come in and hand the ball off to eat to Travis. Last year, the NFL started 66 quarterbacks, right? 66 quarterbacks. So injury plays a major part in this league, especially at the quarterback position. So I think it's actually a small move by Jacksonville to bring in Matt Jones because he's not done yet. You know, he caught a raw deal. He caught a raw deal for the Patriots, but to be the backup to a guy that hasn't completed a full season is not a bad idea.
Speaking of quarterbacks, Baker Mayfield signing with Tampa.
Yeah, I called
It's an A grade, a B deal, 3 years, $100 million, $33.3 million per year. 50 of that is guaranteed. I think Baker's a perfect fit for him. You get Michael Evans back.
Yep.
I like the way he looked in the playoffs against Detroit. I thought he handled his business on the road. So you look at a guy, ProFootballFocus.com has this guy as a fit and need to the team, A- value, B+. So I think this will be interesting with them. And look, CL, what we're going to do, right?
I'm sorry, Fed.
Go ahead.
I hate to do this to you. But you know we got the ladies in the building, and they know I could tell it's written all over their face. They want us to talk about Russell and him going to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It's written all over their face. You ain't got to say a word.
Lord have mercy.
It's written all over their face.
So you telling me that the Pittsburgh Steelers just signed Russell Wilson to a $1.3 million deal to play football for them, and the Denver Broncos paying him $35.9 not to play?
It is the biggest dead money deal in NFL history. Behind Carson Wentz. In front of Carson Wentz. In front of Aaron Rodgers. In front of Tom Brady. Who else am I missing?
I don't think we played Pittsburgh.
In front of Matt Ryan.
We played Denver.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we played Denver. We played Pittsburgh last year.
Right. So Sierra, what you're trying to figure out is she going to like cold Pittsburgh? Well, she's closer to New York. So at least if she got to do a show or a tour, do something with Jay-Z and Beyonce, she right there.
I'm just letting you know I went to when the Saints played to Pittsburgh Steelers the year before. I went, and that ain't where she gonna be at.
So you saying, hey, babe, I'm gonna just stay at our crib in Atlanta.
Yeah,
I'll fly out.
Yeah.
She'll pull a Taylor, basically.
Yeah,
I tell her Travis flying out with
and one thing about them Steelers fans, they gonna tell you how they feel now. This ain't, they ain't kissing babies and shaking hands in Pittsburgh. Them Steelers fans, they gonna tell you how they feel. I promise you that.
Yes, they will. Y'all, we having so much fun. Don't go yet. We have 2 more segments left here at Inside the Trenches podcast. When we come back, I'm going to get Tarek to join us off camera and talk about how much fun we had here Saturday night here at Uptown Sports Social. They had the UFC 299 fight on. Man, I enjoyed it. It was off the chain. And then I'm going to have Len come over here and talk to us about some of the specials that they have here at Uptown Sports Social, baby. We'll be right back. It's Inside the Trenches podcast. Peace.
Keep your eye off that last wing, brother. That ain't true.
Get some product. Invest in the people, invest in the streams. I'm feeling like Pete. I'm about it, I'm living a dream. I live in New Orleans. I bought it on.
Are you a student athlete?
One time for the Millers. It's really no limit to getting this green.
No further than Conquer Sports.
It's really no limit to getting this green. You gave us the game. I saw it with Chop, I saw it with Kane. I'm able to vision. The sky's the limit, I'm pushing the limit. I need me a ticket to hit all the digits. My money was mentioned. I made me a pivot from up in the trenches to up in the benches. Now it's ball in the broadcasters.
We have everything from a list of consultation, training, and also media training. Yeah, that's right. When you take your career to the next level, play college and hopefully pro, you'll get lots of interviews. Call Conquer Sports Pro today. You can reach them at 504-956-6672.
Calling me, stressing me out daily. I thought that we were better than that. You keep texting me long letters, stressing me out, lady. I thought that we were better than that. You keep calling my line while I'm working my daily grind. Why you gotta do me like that? My boss keeps writing me up, threatening about taking my job, and I ain't going out like that. You keep calling my phone, calling me, stressing me out daily. I thought that we were better than that.
That boy Fred, host of FanView Podcast. Tune into the NOTN app. Weekdays, 3:30 for FanView Podcast.
I thought that we were better than that.
Watch more episodes of FanView Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch.
I opened up to you and said I was hurting. You said you were tired and had a long week. You say that you love me, but you ain't even got time to hug me. Look, there's a good reason that you're inconsistent, but that don't change the fact that you're always distant.
Are you a student athlete looking to take your career to the next level?
Not to mention that we haven't been kissing. I'm texting you back to back. This is loneliness aftermath. You said you always have my back, so why you gotta do me like that?
You keep calling my phone, calling me, stressing me out daily. I thought that we were better than that. You keep texting me long letters, stressing me out, lady. I thought that we were better than that. Working for the time that you deserve. I love it when we kick it like that. Take the time to realize you're the one I adore. And that is just a matter of fact. You keep calling my phone, calling me, stressing me out daily. I thought that we were better than that. You keep texting me long letters, stressing me out, lady. I thought that we were better than that. You keep.
Okay. You keep calling my phone. Calling me, stressing me out daily.
Calling.
I thought that we were better than that.
Calling.
You keep texting me long letters, stressing me out daily. I thought that we were better than that. Yeah, long letters.
I say, girl, you calling my phone. No, I'm doing a podcast. Don't make me. Yeah.
It's Inside the Trenches. We have it ourselves. It's a party type environment over here, Uptown Sports Social. So I had to come back and sing it. We enjoying ourselves. It's Inside the Trenches podcast. We live here on New Orleans Talk Network at Uptown Sports Social. It was a little sunny today, and I was a bit embarrassed, bro.
Why is that, man?
I was embarrassed because we finally got a pretty day in the city, and my truck was dirty. I mean, just filthy.
Well, the good thing about that situation, Fed, I know you took your glasses off, but baby, you could put your crown right back on. 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, 24/7, Crown Car Wash.
Crown Car Wash.
Baby, get it washed, get it buffed, get it clean, get it detailed, get it all, and make it mean what it mean.
Mean what it mean? We on the scene with the green. 1336 Stumpf Boulevard in Gretna, Louisiana. Y'all can make y'all way to Crown Car Wash. They're open 24/7, so all that crying I was doing,
right.
I can leave here tonight.
On the way home.
Get it washed on the way home.
Wake up so fresh and so clean. 1336 Stumpf Boulevard. You know what I mean?
You better believe it. Crown Car Wash. So, it was clean in here Saturday night, bro.
Oh, really?
I got here probably about, Terry, we were about 8, 9 o'clock, a little bit before the main events went to going.
Fight time.
And it was fun. I enjoyed the matchup. I don't watch a lot of UFC fights, but when I do, and when I start doing it more, it's going to be right here at UPT Sports Social.
I mean, it makes sense to me. I mean, a lot of times we've had conversations in the past, where, New Orleans has so much sports enthusiasm, and we have the best fans in the world. But where's the sports bars in New Orleans? Well, baby, that question has been answered. Uptown Sports Social is the place to be. UFC, ladies college basketball tournament coming soon.
Ladies.
NBA playoffs. The Pelicans obviously will be in the playoffs. If you can't get in the Smoothie King Center, I can't believe you're being anywhere else but Uptown Sports Social, baby.
Definitely. One of two places in the city that actually had this UFC 299 fight.
Right.
It was off the chain. I want to talk about it.
Come on.
I thought that a lot of people shining in this deal.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the first one I was able to actually settle down and sit down at the bar and watch was Gilbert Burns versus Jack Del Mandela. And Jack ended up winning the fight out of Australia. What I like about this CL is how in shape these dudes is.
Boy, you read my mind. You read my mind.
These dudes is in shape to fight the bouts the way they fight them.
Wow.
And it's not, think of boxing, but I mean, these dudes got lighter, so the punches hurt harder. I mean, the judges have to be extremely careful when to shut it down.
Well, all I know is it takes a special kind of man not only to do UFC or even boxing. I bring it back to my youth. I tried to dibble and dab into a little boxing. I got with the great coach Percy Pugh on Kyle Street so many years ago. I could just tell you how I realized boxing wasn't for me. We used to have to throw 100 punches in one round. Boy, I was done.
Upper body, tie.
Man, done. And the other thing is, too, you don't want to be a part of a sport where your head is the object.
Right, that's true. Yeah, they call them straight head shots. When I worked with Coach Spider, actually uptown, right here uptown, Coach Spider, his son, Sean Hemphill, is a big-time undercard boxer out of the city of New Orleans. He's traveled and did some things. Man, that was probably the most cut I looked as a player.
Oh, for sure.
I was in the middle of still playing arena ball, just decided to retire while I was there. Now, here's another fight that was really animated. This was the weatherweight bout between Kevin Holloland and then Mike Page.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Page was animated. I mean, he was doing all this jumping up stuff, but he was strategic with it.
Right.
Like his method of kickboxing is very animated. But these two, it went 3 rounds, and Mike Page ended up winning that one. And then Louisiana represented as well.
Got to.
Louisiana represented as well. Dustin Poirier was the winner against St. Denis. That was a good fight. He won in 2 rounds. I just think that Dustin was a lot more aggressive than St. Dennis was.
Well, he representing that boot, so all eyes on him. So he definitely had to come through, not only for the state but for his people, and we are happy to support him at each event.
No doubt. Now the main event, And I see why this is the main event. And the loser has my first name, Marlon Vera. It was a unanimous decision that Sean O'Malley was the winner. The dude came out there. You see his picture right here.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
With the
kind of like make a look left while you go right.
Right,
kind of thing.
right. But look, son had these braided in the game, in the UFC fight.
I forgot the name of that movie, but he reminded me.
The Trolls too.
Yeah.
Like, you know how the Trolls used to have the same color hair, and at the same token, whoa! Thank y'all for coming by.
Thank you, man.
Hello, somebody. And at the same token, he had it braided, but it really went into his whole look, right? His whole little deal. But he won that one representing for the USA.
Yeah, you don't get on national TV and don't have a strategic plan. Attire, the way you attack the game, the way you do an interview. So yeah, he definitely had a cake baked for all of us.
And there's a couple things that really stood out in about one, how quick these guys can turn into a swift kick. I really felt like I was watching Chung Lee off Street Fighters. Like, they'll be right here in 1 second, before you know it, they turn around, right to the face.
Just
insane.
Like
it was fun though. So here at Uptown Sports Social, there are going to be more events like that. As a matter of fact, this whole month, we have the St. Patrick's thing here. We have another fight, I want to say UFC 300.
And y'all
before we cut to another, I just want to talk about the environment for those fights in here. It was like being at the fight. Each punch, the everybody in Sports Social just going crazy. The fans in here really made the fight better for me as an experience, because they knew what they were looking for every time there was if you turned your head, the whole ball go, wow, and then you're kind of looking up at the TV. But the knockouts, the punches, man, it's definitely a live place to be up in here when you're watching the fight.
It was, and it was chilled, and a lot of people just saw that they had the fight on, so they just casually came in.
Kind of like this gentleman about to walk in right now.
Just like, hello, somebody. Welcome to Inside the Trenches podcast.
There you go.
So, watch out there now.
There you go.
So, I mean, nonetheless, the fight was fun to watch. Look for more events like that here as well. Now, y'all see the wings, but the menu has tons of other foods on it. Yep. You could get some nachos, the nachos off the chain. They have some pressed hot sausage sandwiches. I mean, so whatever it is you want to eat on, they have it here at UPT Sports Social. Y'all don't go anywhere. We have one more segment coming up here. We're going to take it to the South. Who runs the South? We're going to NFC South. We're going to talk Saints, Atlanta, Tampa, Carolina. He's CL. I'm Marlon Big Favorite, and you're watching Inside the Trenches podcast on New Orleans Talk Network, live at UPT Sports Social. We'll be back.
Are you a student athlete looking to take your career to the next level? Look no further than Conquer Sports Pros. That's right, Conquer Sports Pros. Our team of experts will get you guys on the right path to your student-athlete journey in life. That's right, we have every position in football you need, and we also help out with other sports. At Conquer Sports Pros, you have everything from a list of consultation, training, and also media training. Yeah, that's right, when you take your career to the next level, play college and hopefully pro, you'll get lots of interviews. Call Conquer Sports Pros today. You can reach them at 504-319-6672 or visit marlonfavorite.com for more information. Hello, somebody. Are you looking for your dream home? Well, if that's the case, you need to contact Joe Picolo at Godwyn Realty, right here in New Orleans. Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Picolo and the folks over at Godwyn Realty put you in the house that you need. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. And also contact Joel at joel.godwynrealty.com. No need to dream anymore. Godwyn Realty will put you in the dream house of your reality. Hello, somebody.
It's that boy Fred, host of FanView Podcast. Tune into the NOTN app Weekdays, 3:30 for the FanView Podcast. Go to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com to watch more episodes of FanView Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Fave Wright with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them
Stop, check him out, now pause. We gon' make it make sense. Who they want? Give him the print.
Yeah, is that print you're looking for? I can see it in your shake. How much can you take? Hello, somebody, yo, this is Patty. I be up early in the morning trying to pump a patty. Call me baby, for the price, even baby got it. You better know it heavy while they got your girl excited. Keep my fingers crossed, west side like Tupac. Gorilla with these COVID flows, call me food blocks. Had a couple business, now I work more than the boo. Got every time my ops drops, I be screaming hallelujah. Bought the whole block and got it popping like a lure. Got choppers and tools, you can call me Chopper Tulas. Back like a James Sport, as the book say. Vibrating on your girl spine, I done shit back. Baby boy the prince, watch how you approaching them. Cause my appetite on Ethiopian. You a fake perk, I'm straight opium. Power Ranger on the track, born Morpheus. Real poet to this bounce like an Orpheus. But I'm ready, my railroad sorcerer. I don't do beef unless it's at a diner. Only thing I'm leaving on this plate is made in China.
Man, time flies when you're having a good time, and we're doing just that at Inside the Trenches podcast. We look up, this is the last segment.
Right quick.
Last segment real quick, and it's brought to you by Small Sliders. Fit 1635 Barataria Boulevard in Marrero. We'll be there 11 to 1 on Friday, so y'all make sure y'all join us there. And then we coming right back here to UPT Sports Social next Monday, 6 to 8. We'll be right here again. We're loving the crowd tonight. We want to thank our special guest for coming on the show, Dave Johnson. I just got his new book, We Were on Fries. It's out right now. Y'all make sure y'all download it. I'm looking forward to it. It looks like it's going to be a good read.
Yeah, I'm excited, you know. And then Coach signed it for you, too.
Yeah, I got it autographed, baby.
We definitely had a pipeline from Louisiana to Florida.
Hello, that thing on Amazon.
And you can get the copies on Amazon. We on fries.
We on fries. First I was on lettuce. Then I was on fries. And before you know it, I would be assistant manager. And that's when the big bucks start rolling in, huh?
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Special shout out to Steak Man Barbecue for coming out.
Steak Man,
showing
baby.
love, opening up real soon. We just want to shout out everybody that actually came through.
Shouts out to everybody in here,
We
man.
should flip the camera one day and just show everybody.
The crowd,
yeah, we don't want them thinking we capping.
Definitely.
Because it's loud
well,
up in here.
they see them walking in behind
Oh, you know what?
us.
Yeah, they can see it. Yeah, you're right.
And we uptown, you know what
We
I'm talking
definitely
about?
agree with be uptown.
In the center of the city on Magazine Street. So, CL, the question is, who runs the South? Who runs the South?
Well, baby, they say if the cake was made early, it wouldn't be from Shirley. From Big Shirley.
Big Shirley Almond.
So right now, you know, if you want to say, you know, who won free agency on the first day of free agency, okay, we can say we can say Atlanta did a little something, but at the same time, we could say Tampa Bay really did a little something.
And we look at free agency as a whole, when they were able to do the sign, you know, the unrestricted and the restricted and all of that stuff. Tampa, Mike Evans.
Hall of Fame wide receiver.
Hall of Fame wide receiver, getting Baker Mayfield signed. So
clearly that combination is a win-win for them. They couldn't let it go.
You look at Atlanta. They have Kirk Cousins now. Kirk Cousins is a winning quarterback. He's made it to the playoffs.
Yep.
They have Kirk Cousins. We've done a lot of restructuring on our end. I'm pretty sure, to your point, we're going to get a little busier as we get closer and around the draft.
Yeah, second tier free agency. Remember, free agency doesn't end until the start of the season. So
correct. It keeps going on. It's just different levels to free agency, basically. So here's a situation to the point of this segment. In New Orleans, we've just done our restructuring.
Yeah, and you realize we were $83 million over the cap in the beginning of the offseason. Now we're just $10.9 million over the cap. So in Mickey We Trust, we're getting it together. But look for the Saints to make moves in the second tier, second level part of free agency.
And if you look at the Carolina Panthers, bringing in offensive lineman Robert Hunt is going to be huge for their offensive front.
What a bag.
Talking about a bag coming in. And then there's the New Orleans Saints, right? And Tyrann Mathieu was able to get his contract restructured. Demario Davis, thank y'all for coming through, baby.
Man of God.
Man of God. He was able to.
Yeah, you're right, Pops. Thanks for coming in, baby. We love you. Yeah, you shot a shot.
All love, baby.
Appreciate you, baby. Appreciate you.
And you then had the Carolina Panthers do what they do, but we're talking about the New Orleans Saints. Demario Davis restructured his contract today. So the Saints is making room for that big deal. Now, my big question is Alvin Kamara going to restructure his contract? Will Alvin Kamara make a little room for some other folks to come through?
Well, the quarterback did it.
Yeah.
The perennial Pro Bowl DN did it.
This is true, my friend.
The perennial middle linebacker did it.
Real.
So.
And look at this game here.
Oh, wow.
Phoenix is up 104. The Cavs are 103. There's 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So this game is really heating up, as we mentioned earlier.
For the Pelicans, yeah.
For the Pelicans.
This game is important for the Pelicans because right now the Suns are at 6 and the Pelicans at 5. I believe the difference is a two-game loss, so they can almost be one game out if the Suns win this game. So, of course, we're hoping Cleveland pulls it off at home. Come on, Garland.
So right now, and we'll try to keep y'all posted here. We have a few more minutes left in this segment. Right now, this article I'm reading from USAtoday.com, and it states the perfect 2024 NFL offseason for every NFC team, including the Falcons signing Kirk Cousins. So this is all after that.
Right.
I want to look at what they're mentioning for the draft for Atlanta. They're saying Malik Neighbors with their first-round pick, T.J. Tampa, Austin Booker, and wide receiver Johnny Wilson.
Well, they have to find a number 2 on the other side of Murphy. on the other side of London.
London.
On the other side of London. They have to find a number 2. Obviously, Baji could come out the backfield. Obviously, Pitts, they're going to have to figure out what they're going to do with Pitts. But they do need a number 2 opposite of London. That's why it was so easy to shut them down last year, because to take away their passing game is to double-team London and play free with everybody else.
And Kyle Pitts, he did play a significant role in their passing attack as well. So you do have to look at what he brings to the deal. Now, for the for the New Orleans Saints, 3 key free agency targets: Lakeland Thomason, guard. Wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr.
Well, obviously we do this show in New Orleans. Obviously we have coaches that come from this show. They from New Orleans. Obviously, we have restaurant owners. They come from New Orleans. Obviously,
they from New Orleans.
We all from New Orleans.
I guess everybody in here for the most part.
Everybody from New Orleans. And of course, I'm sure the ladies would mind Odell coming home. But I don't know if the money gonna work out, because homie like a bag every once in a while.
Right. And then we look at their first and third round draft picks. I might like this. J.C. Latham,
offensive tackle.
Edgerrin Cooper at 45 from Texas A&M.
Texas A&M.
Not bad. That wouldn't be bad.
I do need that linebacker. But I'm still hoping that maybe we can get a veteran as far as a wide receiver, which obviously Odell is a veteran, but maybe more veteran at a more bargain price moving forward. Like maybe an Allen Robinson that became free after the Rams let him go. So maybe like an Allen Robinson we could get at a good price to be our veteran possession receiver in New Orleans.
That wouldn't be bad, and we talked about them re-signing Baker Mayfield, which that happened today. But for Tampa Bay, your guy, they're talking about linebacker Jeremiah Trotter Jr. at 89 linebacker.
Yeah.
And old Chop. So it looks like they're going to go heavy linebacker, which makes sense. They didn't re-sign Devin White. They're
letting White and them go. Definitely. They definitely letting the linebackers go, trying to get some youth up in there, which wouldn't be a bad idea in New Orleans either, but that's another story for another day.
No doubt. So right now, joining us here on Inside the Trenches podcast is UPT Sports Social's very own old Lang. I like to call her Lang. Lang. Now, the folks are delicious, and they just watched each segment. In between, they watch the wings disappear.
Like
what are some other food items on the menu that some of our viewers right now should look forward to having coming here?
So, what we have in store for you guys when you come visit Uptown Sports Social, we have 14-inch artesian pieces. They're top any way you like. Another thing that people enjoy are supreme nachos. You can add protein like beef or chicken, which Big Fave loves the nachos. He showed y'all last week about the nachos. Our sandwiches do pretty well. We have a French enchilada, which no one knows what it is, so you got to come check it out to see what it is.
I'm looking at that.
We got a French dip with an au jus sandwich that people enjoy.
Yep.
And I know we're in New Orleans, so just like I told y'all last week, we have a hot sausage patty melt oozing with cheese. All our sandwiches are good. All our wings. You didn't hear from me, but they say we got the best wings, not just Uptown, but in New Orleans. So come check us out.
I'm telling you, and look.
That's New Orleans, baby. You got that hot sausage with cheese. That's New Orleans.
That's New Orleans.
And we appreciate that.
And then it's pressed. I like it.
Like a panini.
Like a panini. Now I'm looking at the menu, Lang, and I'm looking at what I didn't try yet. So I did try the smoked salmon dip. I am going to get some nachos when I finish with the chicken. I'm definitely going to cop that for the ball. But this French dip, and here's another thing too I like, y'all, that y'all should know. The menu isn't super expensive. Like you could get 12 wings for $14.
Wow.
You can get, and they run specials all the time.
And it's nice size wings too. I made a comment on that earlier. It ain't the small wings that come from where it come from. It's nice size wings, no doubt.
Oh, and I didn't even check this out. They got the hot dogs here as well, and y'all have that good pizza. Man,
I like that pizza. We had the artesian pizza the other day, right? Okay.
Well, Lang, what'd you say there?
So I just wanted to plug our events coming up. This weekend we have the Irish Parade passing right in front of our doors. So if you want to check out the parade and come sit inside with us, we'll be here all day. Of course, we have our green beer on draft. We're also selling Irish classics like cabbage and corned beef and pulled pork sandwiches. We're going to have inside and outside. But we'll be rocking from Friday to Sunday, so not just the day of the parade. We're showing UFC at the end of the month.
Right.
We just showed a UFC fight, and every chair was filled for that. But like Big Fave said, we do run specials all the time. If you come check us out every day, we have a different special of the week. Wednesday, tomorrow, will be steak. And on Thursday, we just got this in. We got tacos now.
Okay. What kind of tacos? What kind of tacos?
So we have El Pastor chicken tacos, steak tacos, and we also have fish tacos.
Okay. And if you know anything about Uptown New Orleans during St. Patty's Day, especially on Magazine, it's definitely going down this weekend. I promise you that. It's going to be green up here.
No doubt.
I'm telling you.
And the fight on. So this is the place to be this weekend. And Lane, they got to make sure they come here on Mondays too. I love the crowd tonight, everybody.
Thank you for everybody that came out tonight too.
No doubt. It's
great
big time.
Great crowd.
Thank you. And don't forget the drink specials we have here.
Oh, yeah. Two drink specials, one wing.
That big dog gorilla, you know what I'm saying? The wings for $1. Lang got the wing.
Hey, I ain't mad.
Lang,
make sure you try out our Big Fave's signature drink, the Gorilla. It's smooth, authentic. Yeah, just like Fave. It's Crown Vanilla with root beer and cream soda, so that's what makes it so smooth.
And
don't forget our mocktail. We have the CL Punch too. He probably was sipping on it today. I'm not sure, but we didn't leave CL out. We got him with his mocktail.
Okay, CL.
Okay.
And a big shout out to Coach Daviak Johnson for coming through with Big Favor Inside the Trenches podcast. Thank y'all for coming, and please come visit us at Uptown Sports Social.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
That's Lang. She running things over here at GM. And G was telling me about the steak nights. You know what I'm saying? He said the steak.
I'm gonna have to try them steak tacos before we get up out here.
Okay, we have to see what's happening. We got the steak man in the building too, so he gonna let us know what it is too. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. Might well.
Well, y'all, this was a great show. I enjoyed everybody for coming out. We want to thank Coach Dave Johnson for coming sit down with us, Florida State's running back coach. And y'all make sure y'all go to get his new book, We on Fries. Dave Johnson, y'all check that out. Listen, all of our sponsors, UPT Sports Social, for allowing us to do our live remote here. We want to thank them. We want to thank Small Sliders and Marrero for all that they do for the show as well. New Orleans Talk Network for their support. Terry making things work for us in the ones and twos. Man, I want to thank Crown Car Wash for what they do. Godwyn Realty. Conquer Sports Pros. And look, y'all, here's the deal, right? Every Monday night, we're going to be here 6 to 8. So tell a friend. And make sure y'all go to our pages. We'll make sure we have the coupons for y'all's discounts and everything. Tomorrow we'll be recording again. We'll publish our show from 6 to 8. We'll be live in the New Orleans Talk Network studio.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, we're getting it rolling, y'all. Inside the Trenches podcast. I want to thank my co-host, C.L. Nola, for coming through representing, bringing this brilliant content through and all the information you know about the free agency, calling them before they drop. You know
my phone was going crazy the first day of free agency. It was crazy.
Man, you're like Adam Sandler now, bro. I mean, Adam Sandler, Adam Schefter. I said, well, you work with Adam Sandler in the movies, you know what I'm saying? It's Inside the Trenches podcast. I want to thank y'all, and if y'all don't remember anything else, remember, God is love, baby. Peace.